live from the KWQC Broadcast Center in downtown Davenport with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, after hundreds turned out for the first film in River Action's environmental film series, we are gearing up for the next showing this weekend.
Plus, a topical cream that can reduce significant signs of aging. We are taking a closer look at Decladerm and how it all works.
In helping individuals navigate an ever-evolving financial landscape, get to know the expert behind Hughes Camp Collins Investments. Hello, you're watching Quad Cities Live. It is Wednesday, January 21st. Thanks as always for joining us. I'm Kyle Keel.
I'm Morgan Otier. Now, after a huge turnout for their first screening of the season, the Quad Cities Environmental Film Series is gearing up for another powerful afternoon at the movies.
Yeah, joining us to talk more about their next screening are Kathy Wine from River Action.
Did you like that?
And Kristen Berggren.
Thank you.
That's the way it is.
Kathy Wine and Kristen Berggren join us once again to talk about this film series. You both very passionate about this film series, and I think that's translating with the amount of people that have showed up for the first series last week. So tell us how that went.
Yeah, gosh, we had over 300 people
300
turn up for our film series, and you know, a lot of them are. We have a lot of new people. Well, obviously, we have a lot of new people now, and it also. We had such a good film, and people came out and showed their love for national parks, and you know, really at our Enviro Connect, we had a full house then too. People talking to all the people that we had come, like Black Hawk Park and Effigy Mounds.
Very cool.
It was just what we wanted.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of interest in it.
Yeah.
That is
awesome.
so good to hear.
Yeah.
I
love hearing that.
I love hearing that, especially because we get to put a little bit of a spotlight on the series every year. So it does feel good to see people supporting and showing up for all of that.
Definitely.
So let's talk a little bit about the next film. It's called Out of Plain Sight. Kristen, this is once again a documentary. Can you give us a little background on that?
Yes, yeah. This documentary is going to highlight a serious environmental problem that was discovered. David Valentine, who was a scientist on an advanced research ship in Southern California by Catalina from UC Santa Barbara, discovered a corroded barrel of toxic waste on the bottom of the ocean floor, and he said it gave him chills when he saw it because of course, it was leaking, and you can't bring it up because it would disintegrate.
Right.
And so he contacted Rosanna Shea, who is a LA Times investigator reporter, and was familiar with her work. And then they started working together to piece the puzzle to see where this barrel came from, knowing that they found out there was a lot more.
Wow.
Yeah, and not only are we going to learn the environmental impact that this toxic waste can have, but you also mentioned the journalist. Kathy, journalism really is highlighted as how important it is.
Well, I believe that journalists will save the world.
We do too, yeah.
Well,
I know.
thanks, Kathy.
Yes.
I know. I mean, if you think of all
is
the
very
ones
important.
that people automatically think of,
Yes.
Bernstein and Woodard and Watergate and all that, but there are so many out there that are doing the same kind of investigation with curiosity and persistence and getting things done, digging down to the bottom and finding out the truth. And it's so good to support that. Right now, our environmental book club's reading The Poisoned Well, and it's with two reporters that wrote it, and it's very easy to read, but two young women reporters wrote it because they dug into the forever chemicals that are poisoning our well.
Right. And
So-
this journalist as well
Yes.
is going to be at this screening.
Yes.
Which is so exciting.
Yeah,
right?
it's a very unique opportunity that you can see the people in these films at these series.
Oh, I know, and ask someone that's almost won the Pulitzer Prize. She was a finalist,
Yeah,
right?
she was a finalist for one of her other work, and the filmmaker and producer, and she's coming from sunny California to
Oh, we feel
Oh,
so
boy.
felt
Oh.
bad about
But
that.
we want her to meet
we
a few
want-
people here.
Yeah.
So we've introduced to some people from Lee Enterprises. That's
Sure.
a national organization and
Yeah.
Well, what an
media
incredible
organization
opportunity.
and so on.
Yeah,
So-
well, admission to each film in the series is $10, but free for all students. That's important to know. For more information, to purchase tickets or to view the film trailers, visit qcenvironmentalfilmseries.org or riveraction.org. Kristen and Kathy, as always, we appreciate you joining us.
Yes.
Oh, well,
Thank
thanks
you.
for
Thank you
having
so
us.
much.
Of course.
Yeah.
Excited to have you back next
Yes.
week. Coming up after the break on QCL, a closer look at a topical cream that can reduce significant signs of aging. More on Decladerm next.
Cargo can work with that.
Quad Cities Live continues.
As we age, we all notice little changes. Take a look at what women in their 50s, 60s, and 70s said when asked to share what they see when they look in the mirror.
Here's what people don't tell you. They don't tell you that once you turn 50, your neck starts to get wrinkles.
Extra skin here.
Very, very saggy, like crepe paper.
You know, and just a loose skin.
Very bad crepey neck that I was always very self-conscious of.
Well, now there's a breakthrough. A new study using a topical, clinically studied cream can help improve the look of wrinkly or crepey skin on your neck in as little as 4 weeks. It's called Decladerm, and we have Scott DeFalco here to tell us all about it. Scott, welcome to the show today. This is definitely an area that a lot of our audience would say is hard to fix.
Morgan, great to be with you. Yes, it is, and there's no more telltale sign of aging than loose, crepey skin under the neck. You know, people call it turkey neck. I hate that term, but that's what they know it as, and also tech neck these days from looking down at your devices. Yes. But we're just going to jump in. I'm going to bring I brought a clip that really illustrates how our skin changes as we get older. I'm going to warn you, it's not pretty, Morgan, but this is what is happening, and Decladerm to the rescue. So we're going to look at first when we're in our 20s, okay? When we're in our 20s, our skin, it's smooth, it's tight. We have, skin cell rejuvenation in droves. So we're constantly producing that collagen and, that nice, youthful, glowing look. As we get into our 40s and 50s, though, that's when it starts to lose its firmness and the sagginess, the texture changes, and, man, does it happen quickly, Morgan. Yeah. And before you know it, you have that real loose skin under your neck. And the great thing about this product, you touched on it at the top. This is just a cream. It is a topical cream, so no doctor's visits. It is backed by clinical studies, and it's going to give your neck a nice, smoother appearance. It's visibly going to get rid of that crepiness, get rid of the wrinkles, and it's going to improve the fine lines and wrinkles.
Okay, well, Scott, tell us a little bit more about why you like this cream so much, beyond the fact that it seems to be working for a lot of folks.
Yeah, it really is. And some in as little as 2 weeks, they've noticed the difference. But 95% actually of the women in our clinical studies, Morgan, said that their skin was firmer. The fine lines and wrinkles were reduced in only 4 weeks. Wow. We're going to get into wow is right. And you're going to see it with the before and afters. And we're going to get into the Decladerm Challenge, which we're going to give to your viewers today, because it takes a full 8 weeks to get the complete results. But again, we're seeing results in as little as 4 weeks with that 95%. But the thing I love about this is the ingredients. So I'm going to be a little bit of a geek right now, because I really, for the last 10 years, I've been promoting fashion beauty products on television nationally. I am passionate about the ingredients, as most women are, because they're the most educated consumers out there. So when you talk about our ingredients, in basketball, they say you need a big three to win the championship, right? Mm-hmm. So we have our big three of ingredients in our championship formula, Morgan. The first of those ingredients is retinol. Now, anyone that knows anything about the fashion beauty industry or, skin products knows that retinol reduces fine lines and wrinkles and makes your skin firmer. It induces skin cell rejuvenation. I mentioned that at the top, that we have that in droves in our 20s and 30s. So it induces that. Our second ingredient is hyaluronic acid. Okay, so that's for the hydration and the moisture in your skin. And the last one is my favorite one, Morgan, because of the name. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's bakuchiol. You ever heard of that?
That's the one I have not heard of, Scott.
Okay, well, I didn't know about it either before I started doing this product. But yeah, it's bakuchiol. I love saying the name, so it's my favorite. But bakuchiol is really important in our ingredients. Number one, it's a plant-based formula. Okay, so what it does is it induces collagen production. Everyone knows that word. So that's for the firmness in our skin, but it also takes away the irritation of retinol. The number one complaint people have had about retinol in other products is that it's really irritating, and it can leave a soreness in the area that you use it on, and the neck is a very sensitive area. Morgan. So the bakuchiol is essential to make sure we can get the benefits of retinol, without the soreness or the irritation.
Yeah, it really balances out that retinol and the effects of retinol on skin. Okay, so this is applied only at night. So what about during the day? What are we doing there?
Yeah, so you're going to put it on every night, and I tell people out there, do 4 pumps. One on this side, one on this side, one in the middle, and then one down to the top of the bottom of your neck to the top of your chest area, which the sagginess and the crepiness can sink down to. So you want to put it on that area as well. During the day, we just want you to wear sunscreen, at least an SPF 50, the number one culprit for damaging our skin, Morgan. is the sun. So not stay out of the sun, but just use an SPF 50 during the day. Put this on every night, and in 8 weeks, you're going to see a major difference.
Okay, using your sunscreen, right? That's something that we should be hearing all the time at this point. So a few minutes ago, you spoke about the 60-day Decladerm challenge. That's something that even people watching today can get involved in.
Yeah, and we're so confident in the results. Like I told you, 95% of the women in our clinical studies saw the improvement after 4 weeks. So we're giving you the Decladerm challenge. Use this for 8 weeks. If you're not happy with it, call us up. We'll give you your money back. That's how confident we are that this product is going to work. And again, it's because of those ingredients and because of our clinical studies. They've been amazing. So take the challenge. It's $19.95 plus free shipping, Morgan. The only way to get that deal is to call 1-800-704-6985, or you can go to Decladerm.com. So 2 easy ways to take that challenge and get rid of that turkey neck.
Okay, Scott, something people can easily try from home, so just visit that website, or you can scan a QR code that we're going to get up on the screen for folks. That's a way that they can get to the site and give that trial a try. Scott, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us all about Decladerm.
It's great to be with you, and now you know a new ingredient, Bacuccio, Morgan.
Wonderful, yes, a new word as well. Thank you, Scott. All right, coming up, how a local financial advisor is putting people first when it comes to navigating their goals. More on the woman behind Hughes Camp Collins Investments and the ways everyone can benefit from her services.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Money can be one of the most personal and intimidating topics in our lives, but one local financial advisor is working to change that conversation by putting people first. That is the personalized approach at Hughes Camp Collins Investments, helping clients feel confident and supported on their financial journey.
I believe that everyone deserves the very best financial advice that there is. I've got multimillionaires who are clients. I've got single moms who are contributing $100 a month to their child's college savings plan. They're all important, and they all deserve the kindness and respect and attention that I can give. I see fewer clients in a normal day than most financial advisors, and that's because we allow for longer conversations and longer appointments. I want my client to have as much time as they need. I want to hear all they have to say to me. I want to hear about their family. I want to hear about their fears and their hopes and dreams. People are nervous about money. It's a nerve-wracking thing. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of shame about money. We want this to be a warm, welcoming place. There's no shame here. You can tell us anything you want. You can tell us all your hopes, all your fears, what's keeping you up at night, and we'll welcome that and we'll talk about that. And we want you to feel at home and feel cared about and feel like we're going to tackle this together. Some firms, have a money manager in, say, New York or Chicago or something like that, who picks stocks and, hands those ideas down. I do all my own research. I'm kind of a nerd about that. I spend 5 to 6 hours a day reading and studying and researching and reading balance sheets and income statements. I'm reading the Wall Street Journal and the Economist cover to cover. And that's what I do for fun. But I love to study trends and economics and find stocks and bonds that really aren't on the radar of any other financial advisors. That's what I'm good at. And for those of my clients that that's appropriate for, that's what we do. I also do financial planning. I've got great financial software to construct financial plans for people to help them along the journey. And then we've also just recently added insurance to our menu. So we have a person on staff who handles Medicare and life insurance and health insurance. And we've also added auto and home insurance. So we want to be your one-stop shop for all your financial needs. I have so many women that come to me and say, I had this experience. that I went to a financial advisor with my husband or my partner, and that person spoke just to him and didn't even acknowledge me. Money is such a vulnerable topic anyway, and women just want to be reassured that they're going to be okay. And so I love being that mentor and friend who can say to women, we got this. We're going to do this together. I'm so excited about this new building. It is reflective of us. You know, when we first gave it to the contractors, it was a very cold, sterile drawing. But we wanted a home. We want to welcome our clients into our home. We want them to feel cared for and seen and heard. So we have a beautifully outfitted conference room, seminar room, and we're going to be holding complimentary seminars once a month on different financial topics for our clients and for the general public. I am so excited about the future. I have people saying to me, aren't you thinking about slowing down? When are you going to retire? How old are you anyway? You know, and I tell them, I'm just getting started. I love what I do. I have the best job in the world. I think everybody can prosper from good financial advice at any level, at any age. So when I say your success is my passion, I truly mean it. And I really and truly feel fueled by watching the people that are my family, my clients, become successful.
And our financial contributor, Heidi Hugheskamp-Collins, will join us live in the studio after the break with helpful advice on saving for retirement.
Rules.
It is time now for our financial moment with Heidi, and today we're talking about a common rule of thumb when it comes to saving for retirement, setting aside 15% of your income.
Yeah, but that could mean something different for everyone depending on where they are in their financial journey. Joining us today is our financial contributor, Heidi Hugheskamp-Collins, live here in the QCL studio.
Yes.
Heidi, welcome back.
Good to be here.
A great piece that we just saw about your overall
Thank
work,
you.
which, having you on the show, every few weeks here on QCL, we know that you provide a lot of important information for people in our community. And you got some important information today about retirement. So we're talking about this financial rule of thumb. So how much money should we be saving for our retirement?
So the rule of thumb is optimum to save 15% of your top line income.
Okay.
Now, that sounds really scary.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you need to keep in mind what's made up of that. So if you set aside money in a retirement plan, if your company matches you, that's included.
Okay.
And then any money that you put into a Roth IRA or a savings account or something, as long as it's earmarked for retirement.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So that doesn't sound as scary.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So can you give us an example of putting this to use?
Sure. So let's say that somebody earns $50,000 a year, okay? They should try their hardest to put aside $7,500.
Okay.
That's 15%. And again, if you put maybe a couple $1,000s in a 401k and you get that matched, maybe 500 or something, so then that's the less that you have to.
Yeah.
It does add up, right?
Okay.
And so for some people, this might be a daunting task. Is there any way that we can make this less painful for ourselves?
Yeah, so automate savings. Go down and talk to your bank or credit union, have something taken out of your paycheck before it even hits your account, and get it invested with, either somebody at your credit union or your bank or your financial advisor. Another thing is really prioritize, the money that you're going to set aside in your retirement savings at work. A lot of companies will match.
Right.
And that's free money. So if you put aside 3% and your company, matches 3%, that's free money. You can't, you don't want to leave that on the table.
No, absolutely not. Okay, so if 15% still feels impossible to somebody that's maybe watching right now, do you have any advice for them?
Yes. Saving something is better than nothing. So if you need to start at 5%, or 8%, or 10%, whatever the number is that's right for you at this season in your life, start there. And then every year, increase it by 1%, you know, just to kind of ease into it. You know, and we all go through seasons of our life. You know, when we're raising kids, when we're paying a mortgage, we just can't put enough aside. But then there will be time later on where you could increase and maybe put more than 15%.
That's probably my favorite piece of advice is even if you can't do the 15, as long as you're doing something, you're working toward that retirement
Anything
goal.
is better than zero.
Yes, it absolutely is. Well, a reminder for everybody watching today, Heidi can help answer any of your questions about your financial goals, your milestones, big or small. To learn more, be sure to visit her website there at the bottom of your screen, hhcinvestments.net. You can also see all of our segments by visiting kwqc.com and clicking the tab for Quad Cities Live. Heidi, beautiful piece today, and thank you so much for the extra advice.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, yes. And thank you so much for watching Quad Cities Live today.
Jeopardy is coming up next, followed by your local news at 4. We'll see you back here tomorrow.